Storytelling has the ability to evoke notions of individual and collective identity, and in particular performance poetry through its thought-provoking modes of communication. Maya Angelou's We Wear the Mask articulates the lived experiences of African Americans and confesses the soul-wrenching lengths to which a collective must travel for survival in a rampantly prejudiced society. The first line introduces the speaker using the collective pronoun we throughout. The speaker is not necessarily an individual, but rather a representative of a collective identity. The refrain of "We wear the mask" will also repeat twice more in the poem, never letting the reader forget the burden the collective carries. Readers could even potentially include themselves as being a member of this we, and relate to the struggles by virtue of empathy due to the gaze demand, emotive language, and emotive connotations present. Angelou uses the extended metaphor of mask to symbolize the faux identity the collective must form to hide their real feelings and true emotions from other people, all in an effort of banding together for survival in a civil war-torn America. Angelou notes that the mask hides our cheeks and shades our eyes, disguising our true identity and enshrouding the metaphorical windows to the soul. She acknowledges, to live with the mask is to live without one's soul, removing individual identity for the want of a safer collective facade. She addresses the debilitating effects of the mask on her own life, admitting in poignant juxtaposing phrases, "My life has been one great big joke, a dance that walked, a song that spoke." In her crushing confession, she knows her submission to oppression and the collective identity has been to the detriment to her own individual identity. And she laments this under the guise of the mask, where she speaks, "I laugh so hard I almost choke when I think about myself," manifesting images of our own self-esteem issues, whether due to oppression or not. Angelou concedes with imagery and polysyndeton in a painful historical allusion to slavery. There in those pleated faces, we see the auction block, the chains in slavery's coffles, the whip and lash and stock. Here we are involved in seeing the darkened history binding us to the mask, and with emphasis on the torture seen by the persona, we also feel bound to the collective entrapment of the mask, with its offer to bring us safety. Maya ends her piece in a shocking revelation that she too still wears the mask, after acknowledging her father's sacrifice, where he professes, "Sugar, it was our submission that made your world go round," metaphorically referring to them wearing the mask and hiding their true identity for the benefit of Angelou. She finishes, "They kept my race alive," followed by a truly jarring scene as Maya juxtaposingly cries and laughs from the torment she faced from imprisonment within her collective and false identity.